You're watching Market Express and I am Aditya Rao. This is a bit-sized wrap of all the news and market action today. Let's get straight into the show with some market updates. Benchmarks end flat after gaining for 4 straight sessions. Nifty ends above 23,200 mark, whereas Sensex ends above 76,700 mark. Broader markets outperform the benchmarks. Sectoral indices end mixed. Auto, FMCG, media and pharma end with cuts. On the other hand, IT and realty outperform. Consumer durables gains 0.4%. Rupee sees a sharp recovery against US dollar, strengthens as much as 34 paise against the dollar during the day. This comes amid rupee falling to a record low every day amid evolving geopolitical scenario. After RBI takes cautious approach to currency volatility, CLSA has come out with a report on impact of currency depreciation on different sectors. It says exchange rate of volatility impacts material companies like cement and consumer durables. CLSA says that sensitivity is lower than a decade ago. This is on the back of better profitability and lower leverage. Macquarie is bullish on quick service restaurant space. It gives an outperform rating to Devyani International and Sapphire Foods. The brokerage firm says that a steady demand recovery from current lows is working for the QSR space. For restaurants, Macquarie says that channel checks point to recovery in growth momentum. It sees large opportunity in KFC and McDonald's. The proposed tax reduction in Budget 2025 may accelerate industry's same-store sales growth. Motilal Oswal highlights some pain points for the markets in Q3 earnings. It believes RBI will initiate modest rate cut. Rural income and consumption are set to improve, whereas global cues will keep markets on edge. Motilal sees healthy earnings growth of 16% for Nifty in FY26. The firm thinks that domestic flows in equities remain resilient. IIFL gives a positive call on Maruti Suzuki, says that passenger vehicle industry is seeing stabilization with growth in retail sales. IIFL believes that 4 to 5% growth in FY26 would be a support for a 7% growth in the wholesales. IIFL expects the company to perform in line with the industry growth of 7 to 8% in FY26. It says that a pickup in small cars would be a big positive for the car maker. Oil companies are in focus. The gross refining margins in Singapore crash over 70% in 6 days. The current level of $1.3 per barrel is lowest since September 2024. In December 2024, the GRMs were higher at around $7 per barrel. Sudden rise in the crude prices is one of the major reasons behind the fall, and rising crude price pose additional threat for oil marketing companies as it hits the marketing margins. JM Financial initiates the coverage on cement industry. The brokerage firm initiates buy call on ACC, Ambuja, Birla Corp, JK Cement and Ultratech. On the other hand, JM Financial initiates a hold call on Dalmia Bharat, Ramco Cements, Entry Cement and Star Cement. The brokerage firm expects merger and acquisition in cement companies to continue. JM Financial thinks that the industry's focus will shift towards profitability now that major acquisitions are completed. It expects a strong cement demand driven by government spending and low-cost housing. PFC sees some buying in its shares post KSK Mahanadi resolution. CLSA says that power financiers like PFC and REC had 0.5 to 0.7% exposure to their loan books. Both the companies hold 52 to 55% provision coverage and guiding for 100% recovery. Bank of America upgrades Maruti Suzuki to buy rating from a neutral stance earlier, hikes target price to 14,000 rupees from 13,000 rupees earlier. The brokerage firm downgrades Bharat Forge to underperform from neutral due to core business slowdown and cuts target price to 1,100 rupees from 1,450 rupees. TVS Motors gets upgraded to neutral with a target price of 2,625. This is because the company's execution has been commendable on the market share. Brokerage firms Nuvama and Ambit Capital are bullish on BSE. Nuvama says derivatives will scale up despite regulatory tightening in the space. Factors like lower cleansing charges will bode well for the margins, and the company has robust structure. And the multiple streams of BSE will propel its revenue growth. 2024 has been a difficult year for retail investors as India loses 56 lakh crore rupees from the highs. Nifty 50 companies wipe out 25.78 lakh crore rupees in the market cap, whereas top 100 companies lose nearly 41.72 lakh crore rupees. Adani Green rallies for the second straight session. The company has come out with FY25 operational numbers, and 9-month operational capacity increases by 37% to 11,609 megawatt. This is year on year, and greenfield addition was 2,693 megawatt solar, while wind power of the period under review was 438 megawatt. The 9-month sale of energy rose by 23% and reached 20,108 million units YOY. The solar portfolio capacity utilization factor at 23.5%, backed by 99.4% plant availability. Shoppers Stop jumps on the back of Q3 earnings boost. The company's key operational metrics improve. The average transaction value rises 6%, whereas the selling price rallies 4%, and Shoppers Stop's premium category contribution continues to improve by 64%. The company adds 16 stores during the quarter. The stock credit access dips over 4% after Goldman Sachs maintains sell stance with a target of 577 rupees. The bureau data shows worsening microfinance trends and relaxed guardrails. Goldman expects microfinance companies to see higher delinquencies in the second half, and Goldman sees the impact of fresh liquidity due to higher loan losses. NBCC stock jumps after the company bags multiple orders worth 405 crore rupees. The market cap of the firm rises to 23,361 crore rupees, and the shares of the Navratna firm have zoomed 41.4% in 1 year and gained 228.85% in 2 years. Auto parts maker Minda Corp gains over 4%. The company is set to acquire 49% stake in Flash Electronics India. The acquisition is for 1,372 crore rupees, and the partnership intends to expand product offerings of both companies. The partnership will leverage existing portfolios, and it will also create a comprehensive range of EV solutions. Maharashtra Scooters stock rises on the back of Q3 numbers. The company's net profit gains to 3 crore rupees versus 1 crore a year ago. The company's revenue moderates to 5.8 crore rupees from 6.4 crore rupees last year, and EBITDA jumps to 4.1 crore rupees against 1.2 crore rupees as compared to the previous year. Gaming company Nazara Tech jumps higher. The company's ARM Fusebox game signs a pact with Benny J Wrights. The deal is to develop and launch Big Boss interactive fiction game. The Big Boss interactive fiction game, also slated for release in 2025, will allow players to step into the Big Boss house and create their avatars and navigate dynamic narratives inspired by the show's most memorable moments. Tata Capital has raised $400 million through unsecured notes maturing in 3.5 years at a coupon of 5.389%, marking its first ever overseas bond issue. The asset managers, insurance companies and banks from Hong Kong, Singapore and London participate in the offshore bond issue. Final order book was subscribed over 4 times, and the bonds are rated BBB- by Fitch Ratings. Deputy Governor Michael Patra retires next week, and the Reserve Bank of India decides to allocate Monetary Policy Department to Deputy Governor Rajeshwar Rao effective today. Rao has been the senior-most person in the Monetary Policy Department after Patra. In October, the government extended Rao's term for another year, and this is the second such extension after his original term ended in October 2023. Indigo stock soars higher, this after the airline bags higher aircraft deliveries for the fourth straight month. The company gets deliveries of 9 aircraft. Indigo accounts for around 86% of deliveries over the past 4 months. In 2024, with 59 deliveries, Indigo has partly exceeded its guidance on the supply addition. Housing company J. Kumar Infra bags 1,073 crores order from NBCC. The order is for the development of Silicon City Phase 4 at Sector 76 in Noida. The order is on design, engineering, procurement and construction basis. The company will also be responsible for operation and maintenance of the same for 2 years. The project is to be completed in 2 years. Bhaskar Das, a stalwart of Indian media industry and former president of Response at Bennett Coleman & Co., passed away after a prolonged battle with illness. Das was a figure whose career at BCCL spanned more than 3 decades, and Das was instrumental in reshaping BCCL and elevating the company to new heights with his innovative strategies. Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai is joining Silicon Valley executives, including Microsoft Satya Nadella, in bidding for a London-based cricket team. The consortium is putting a bid of more than $97 million. This is for either the Oval Invincibles or London Spirit. The teams play in the 100, a short format in England and Wales that is pulling in young fans and more families. Move aside OpenAI. In NVIDIA-backed AI video platform Synthesa doubles valuation to $2.1 billion. British artificial intelligence startup reveals that it has raised $180 million funding in the round led by NEA. The financing values of the company at $2.1 billion, more than double the $1 billion valuation when it last raised funds in 2023. Here's some update on Patanjali's Dabur dispute. Dabur moves to Delhi High Court against Patanjali Ayurved's Dant Kanti. Dabur says Patanjali's toothpaste trade dress is similar to its product, and the Delhi High Court will hear the Dabur's plea against Patanjali Ayurved's toothpaste on Jan 31st. Meta responds to Ashwini Vaishnav's post on X, calling Mark Zuckerberg's comments on the Indian election disappointing. The the parent company apologized for its CEO's inadvertent error and reiterated that India is an important country. Home Minister and Minister of Cooperation Amit Shah inaugurates the Fast Track Immigration Trust Traveller Program. This program is inaugurated in Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Cochin and Ahmedabad airports tomorrow. And this move will make international travel seamless and secure. DPIIT enters into strategic partnership with ITC to bolster India's startup ecosystem and innovation. The strategic alliance will focus on digital platform for renewable energy, wind power, and energy storage systems. The Mahakumbh Mela, often regarded as the largest spiritual gathering in the world, this sacred Hindu event will officially begin on January 13th in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, and unites millions of followers who partake in sacred rituals, the most significant being the holy dip at the Triveni Sangam and the confluence of the 3 holy rivers Ganga, Yamuna and mythical Saraswati. The cleansing bath is believed to purify the soul and absolve sins and guide one towards spiritual liberation. Cold wave continues to wreak havoc. Over 100 flights delayed at Delhi Airport as dense fog reduces visibility. Delhi Airport operator Dial said that while landings and takeoffs continue at the airport, flights that are not Cat 3 compliant may get affected. Today, India marked a historic milestone in maritime strength by compromising 3 state-of-art warships, INS Nilgiri, INS Surat and INS Wakshir. This landmark achievement not only showcases India's commitment to self-reliance and strategic autonomy, but also underscores its pivotal role in ensuring stability and security across the Indo-Pacific region. Union Ministry has authorized the Enforcement Directorate to prosecute former Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act (PMLA) for his alleged involvement in money laundering related to the liquor scam case. Pune hosts the prestigious Army Day Parade for the first time. The parade was traditionally hosted in Delhi but was shifted to Bengaluru and then to Lucknow in 2024. This was done to bring local communities closer to the Indian Army. Team India secured a 64-34 victory over Brazil on Tuesday night at Kho-Kho World Cup 2025. The match kept spectators on the edge of their seats at the Indira Gandhi Indoor Stadium, and India ultimately proving their mettle in a spectacular finish to Day 2 of the tournament. Indian women created a history with 157-point demolition over South Korean Kho-Kho team. Indian women's team scores 435 runs with 5 wickets down against Ireland women's team in ODI. Smriti Mandhana and Patrika Raval scored a century each to power India to their highest ever total in the third and final women's ODI against Ireland. And that's a wrap on Market Express today. There is lots more left on NDTV Profit, so stay tuned and stay updated.